name is Raul Catzim. I am a teacher at Junos and Theater Vocational High School in the Corozal district. And today, as part of Reading to Learn course, I will be presenting a strategy called code switching, which is based on dialect use in the classroom. To start with, code switching is the practice of moving back and forth between two languages. So in our Belizean context, it would mean moving from English to Spanish, and then Spanish to English, or English to Creole, and then Creole to English. Our situation here in my school is that most students' mother language is Spanish, which is a language barrier when it comes to the learning of the English language in class. When students use their own culturally accepted conversational style to talk and write ideas they read in text, then more than likely they would become more content literate and improve their literacy skills. The main objective for this strategy is to use code switching on non-English first language students so as to become more properly engaged in listening, reading, sharing, and writing activities. The skills related to are how to read and write fluently, and in terms of looking which forms it would be applicable, it would be like for all different forms, especially considering here at this particular school. As a preparation step, I would normally identify high-level literate students and the low-level English literate students in the class. For this particular demonstration, I have asked two of my companions or colleagues to assist me in demonstrating the strategy. So to start with, we will be having one of them sharing the English version of a story.
The title of the story is If Only. Vanessa is more of a night owl than a morning person. No matter how hard she tries, she always goes to bed late, which means she gets out of bed late, which means she is always rushing to get to work. If only she could get up earlier. One fine morning, as usual, Vanessa reached over and switched off her alarm. Just 10 more minutes, she thought to herself. She liked to hit snooze until the very last moment she had to get up. Finally, at 7:15, she managed to drag herself out of bed, which means she only had 15 minutes to get ready and leave home. As quickly as a flash, she was dressed and eating breakfast while she made her lunch for the day. While she was making a sandwich, she split some butter on her white blouse. She looked for another top as it was Friday. All of her clothes were either dirty or needed ironing. She had no choice but to iron another one. She grabbed the iron, plugged it in, and brushed her teeth. While she waited for it to heat up, as quick as she could, she ironed her blouse, got dressed, and headed out the door. It was now 7:40. She should have left 10 minutes ago. As she was on her way to the station, she noticed it was overcast. She didn't have time to go back for her umbrella. She was already running late. She was only 2 minutes away from the station when it started to sprinkle, then rain, and then pour down. She tried to cover herself with her jacket, as she walked as fast as she could, trying not to slip over along the way on the wet footpath. In her haste, she stepped right in the middle of a puddle, which splashed up her leg, dirtying her stockings. She let out a groan. Could this day get any worse? Her efforts to stay dry had been useless, and when she arrived at the station, she was drenched from head to toe. If only I could have gotten up earlier, none of this would have happened, she thought to herself. I wouldn't have needed to rush, and I wouldn't have split butter on my blouse. If I didn't have to iron my blouse, I wouldn't have left on time, and I would not avoid the rain. And now I'm feeling upset and worried about what my boss will say. She boarded her train and felt embarrassed as she stood there dripping water. She could feel the eyes of everyone looking at her, judging her, belittling her. If I was you, I would buy myself an umbrella, said one passenger to her. Someone might slip over the puddle you're making. After what seemed like eternity, finally, her stop arrived and she got off the train. The sun came out as she walked the 15 minutes to her work, which dried her out a little. She tried to slowly jog to make up the last time, but it was difficult to do so in high heels. She arrived at work only 5 minutes late, but still wet. She thought she might get in trouble if she went straight to her desk, so she went to the bathroom to dry off some more. She turned on the hand dryer and stood there on her tippy toes, trying to get her wet clothes to the warm air. As she was doing so, one of her colleagues walked in, and Vanessa nearly died from embarrassment. Her colleague laughed and quickly took out her cell phone and snapped a photo of Vanessa. Haha, wait till everyone sees this, she teased Vanessa as she walked back out of the door. Oh no, thought Vanessa to herself. Now the whole outfit is going to know. If only I could get out of bed early in the morning. If only.
Okay, so Mr. Ali, after reading this story, can you share in your own words the main message?
The main message in the story of If Only, this is where Vanessa, she's a person that she is irresponsible because she wakes up late, she go and sleep late, and she do things last minute, especially whenever she's going to work. That is where she procrastinates everything, and she needs to change that in order for her to be better in work, right?
Okay, so I will now be calling on Miss Corinne, who will be reading on the Spanish version of the story.
Si tan solo Vanessa es más bien amante de la noche que de la mañana. No importa que tanto lo intente, siempre se va a dormir tarde, lo que significa que se levanta tarde y siempre está corriendo para llegar al trabajo. Si tan solo pudiera levantarse más temprano. Una linda mañana, como de costumbre, Vanessa se estiró y apagó su alarma. Solo 10 minutos más, pensó para sí misma. Le gustaba posponer hasta el último momento en el que se tenía que levantar. Finalmente, a las 7:15 logró salir de la cama, lo que significaba que solo tenía 15 minutos para estar lista y salir de casa. Se vistió al instante y desayunó. Mientras preparaba su almuerzo del día, estaba haciéndose un sándwich. Derramó manteca en su blusa blanca. Buscó otra blusa, pero como era viernes, toda su ropa estaba sucia o necesitaba ser planchada. No tenía más opción que planchar otra. Tan rápido como pudo, planchó la blusa, se vistió y salió por la puerta. Eran las 7:40, debería haber salido 10 minutos antes. Mientras estaba dirigiéndose a la estación, notó que el clima estaba lluvioso. No tenía tiempo de volver por unas paraguas. Ya estaba haciéndose tarde. Estaba a solo 2 minutos de estación cuando comenzó el diluvio. Trató de cubrirse con su chaqueta mientras caminaba tan rápido como podía. Trató de no resbalarse al lograr de hacer mojada. En su prisa, salpicó su pie en un charco de agua donde ensució sus medias. Dejó salir un quejido. ¿Podía el día empeorar? Se esforzó por mantenerse seca. Había sido inútil. Y cuando llegó a la estación, estaba empapada de pies a cabeza. Si tan solo me hubiera levantado más temprano, nada de esto me habría pasado, pensó para sí misma. No había necesidad de apresurarme y no había derramado mantequilla en mi blusa. Si no hubiera tenido que planchar mi blusa, habría salido a tiempo y habría enfriado la lluvia. Y ahora me siento mal preocupada por lo que dirá mi jefe. Abordó el tren y se sintió avergonzada mientras estaba de pie, goteando agua. Podía sentir que todos la miraban, todos la juzgaban y todos la menospreciaban. Después de lo que parecía una eternidad, finalmente llegó a su parada y salió del tren. El sol salió mientras caminaba los 15 minutos hasta su trabajo, lo que permitió que se secara un poco. Intentó trotar despacio para reponer el tiempo perdido, pero era muy difícil hacerlo sobre tacones. Llegó al trabajo solo 5 minutos tarde, pero aún mojada. Fue directamente al baño a secarse un poco más. Mientras estaba haciendo esto, uno de sus colegas entró y Vanessa casi moría de vergüenza. Su colega se rió y rápidamente sacó su teléfono celular y tomó una foto de Vanessa. ¡Ja, ja, ja! Espera que todos vean esto. Molestó a Vanessa mientras salía nuevamente por la puerta. ¡Oh no! Pensó Vanessa. Para mí, ahora toda la oficina va a saber. Si tan solo pudiera levantarme más temprano en las mañanas, si tan solo.
Bueno, ahora le pido a Miss Corinne que explique en sus propias palabras qué entendió de la historia.
En esta vida es importante planear bien nuestro tiempo. Cuando hacemos los quehaceres, acabar nuestras cosas a tiempo. Hay que ser responsables con nuestros trabajos. Como nosotros estudiantes hay que ser los responsables de nuestras tareas, de nuestra escuela, de nuestras casas, de nuestro tiempo, para poder al fin y al cabo terminar y a dar nuestro trabajo correcto. Es importante planificar todo nuestro tiempo para poder hacer lo que necesitamos hacer por el día. No hacer las cosas apresuradas, porque siempre a veces nos sale mal. Gracias.
Indeed, as Mr. Ali mentioned, it's very important for us to be responsible, whether we are students, whether we are teachers, in whatever we do to plan our time wisely, so that we can accomplish whatever is expected from us. En verdad, como dijo Miss Corinne, es importante planificar nuestro tiempo para que así podamos llevar a cabo todo lo que se requiere de nosotros. So, as a closing or extended activity, I would ask for students to write a summary of this song in English.